Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We had just finished off in the library, Blackwing Library, and we saved the storyteller and the Crusaders from certain death. I'm going to speak to the storyteller now and take him back to the Defender's Heart where he will be safe. Please accept my sincere thanks once again, and if I may, please don't rush, I will struggle to keep up with your young legs. Off to the Defender's Heart. So we are probably going to have to do a Defender's Heart mission here. I'm just going to move my microphone a tiny bit. I'm noticing a little bit of popping. So there we go. That should solve that problem. Let's talk to the group. We have to talk to Curl and friends. The Defender's Heart greets you with unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling and festive city lies in ruins, but somehow none can be felt within these walls. People in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. It doesn't look like a typical tavern revelry, but nor is it the grim vigilance of recent days. Seela waves to you. She's sitting at a table with the trio you met previously, the knight, the half-elf girl, and the red-headed halfling. Elira, come, please let me introduce you to Alan, Janna, and Curl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Cart. Seela pushes a mug of beer towards you and speaks softly. It was me who convinced Irbeth to use what Janna, Curl, and Alan found for our little party. If you look out the window, you might think the end times have come and the abyss has devoured us all. Thought you might enjoy some simple pleasures, good food and good company, and it could help keep the gloom at bay. Seela looks at you hesitantly as if trying to gauge your reaction. I understand, we need to continue living and fighting, however hard that might be, even amidst the chaos that has befallen the city. Allow me to declare my support for Seela's decision as well. Experience tells me that we should shed no tears until after our victory. If we start to mourn the fallen while the battle is still raging, we'll be jeopardizing all of our efforts. Now is the time for rest. We'll bury the dead after the last demon has been driven from Canabris. Hey, we're just gonna sit here with grim faces. I say we get to know each other a little better, so we have better reasons to toast. Tell me about you and your order, Alan. As stories go, it's not very entertaining. I was born far to the south in Endorphin. I lost my parents early, led the life of a simple mercenary, but often questioned the path that I had chosen. I am proud of my sword skills, I enjoy training and drills, and I'm not afraid of battle, but risking my life for coin? It takes a special mindset to choose that lot with no regrets. You just have to want to risk your blood. I saw too many of my friends die, and I wondered if it was worth it. So in the end I decided to choose another path. Now if I'm going to lay down my life, at least it'll be for a good cause. That's how I ended up in Mendev and became a squire for the Houndhearts. It's a small order. By tradition, it never has more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elders dies. We patrol the lands along the Wardstone line and provide aid to travelers and settlers. Unfortunately, death is common among the Houndhearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago, after laying my mentor to rest. But I'm content with my choice. My place is among the Crusaders. Have you been serving in the Eagle Watch for long, Janna? I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? Janna lets out an overly boisterous laugh. I'm an apprentice of a famous fencing master from Mivan, and I learned a thing or two from him, believe me. I soon got bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved in the petty squabbles of the bickering river kingdoms. I wanted a proper challenge, and you can't find a better place than that than Mendev. And what do you know, the moment I arrived, the demonic invasion began. My father would say that's no accident. Fate brought me here. How about you, Curl? How'd you end up among the condemned? I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums where where everyone stole a little, or maybe smuggled or guarded stashes, so... He stares into his mug gloomily, but I never killed anybody, and I never did anything really bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made me choose between prison and the condemned, well, of course I didn't want to go to prison. I'm not that good of a fighter, but as Norgorbur, as my witness, a thief can also be useful in a war against demons. I've always been a good scout, I can sneak under the nose of any monster, but I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city. Chin up, friend. Whoever you were in the past, you're our friend now and a crusader. Your skills will be useful to us, you'll see. How do all of you know Seela? I met my noble sister on the road to Canabris. I was returning from the south with from my fiancée, and I was happy to be in the company of a paladin of Iomedae. We said our farewells at the city gates. I went north along the road to Dresden to my order's camp. Alan's face grows grim at the mention of the camp. The demons attacked us there at the same time they struck Canabris, but we managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined the forces with the Eagle Watch. All my fellow Houndhearts were wounded during the battle on the streets. I'm the last knight of my order who can still fight. It's so good to see Seela again. Every loyal heart counts these days. I met Seela at a tavern in Canabris, before the attack of course. She was one of the few who would sit at the table of the condemned. Knights don't usually even look at us, but Seela is different, and I knew it the moment I saw her. That's what made me notice Sela too, so I sat down and talked to her. I never understood why everyone treated the condemned so horribly, and I still don't. Our Curl is a great lad. So after that night, Sela and I went around to the taverns every day. Mendiv is an amazing place. People from all over the world come here for glory, for redemption, or to help those in trouble. And they always find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like-minded people and friends. That was a toast in case you didn't notice. Sela, did you just call me over because, or is something the matter? I didn't just want to talk about today's celebration. You see, Alan is in trouble. I want to help him, and I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. Alan shakes his head. Bad idea, sister. I told you, I don't want to bother anyone else with my problems. I need to handle this on my own. Oh, come on, hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live. Tell me more. The young knight shakes his head. In all truth, I do not wish to impose. My problems are just minor troubles. A paladin of Arenday and her friends certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Knabris has been overrun with demons. If I've learned anything in life, is that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Sela begins seriously, but then a smile lights up her face. Take the three of you, for example. It seems like all you did was save one cart from some lesser demons, but look at how many people are happy now. That feat will never be sung about in songs, but who knows, maybe thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and rest, the defenders of Knabris will find the strength to protect the city. Sela catches her breath. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Alan, I want to help you. And my reputation as a holy warrior of Arenday won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure than a glorious feat. The knight sighs and seems a little embarrassed. Alright, I'll explain. The life of the Crusader has given me more than just a purpose, and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of a mercenary and came to Mendiv, I gained something else I never experienced or expected. It's here that I met, may all the ladies here forgive me, the finest girl in all the world. It's a miracle she found any love in her own heart for a bungler like me. But I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even the Demon Lord Discari and all his demon army can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Knabris. For half a year, I'd been getting up my courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer, the best jeweler in Mendiv. Independent knightly orders live mostly off donations, and I'm not what you would call rich. But I so wanted to make Kiana happy. Oh, it took me 3 months to find a jewel the same shade as her eyes, and twice that long to scrape together enough money. Master Derek's work was worth it. But I lost the ring during the demon attack, and I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. The ring is most likely still at the Houndheart's camp outside the city. Alan and his friends didn't have time to pack up their camp. First the demons ambushed them, and then they rushed off to help Knabris. I think we should go at least check there. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control. What could we run into at this camp? My friends and I killed 2 large demons attacking the camp, but then rode straight to the city without spending any more time cleaning up the rest of their band. It was only a few imps, but they might still be at the camp. Of course, this was a while ago. Our camp was attacked at the same time as the ward stone in the main square, and I haven't been back there since. Final help. Sela puts her hand on your shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Alan is a good man and a true knight, and I think the world should repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Let's help him so he can propose to his beloved the way he wanted. Sela, I hope you can convince Irabeth to let me go with you when you do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course, if the League of the Inspiring Card has come together in this dark hour, we must continue onwards together. And we gained 150 experience for that. It is now probably time to do a little bit of inventory management, which I will... Actually, no, we'll do that later. That's not important right now. What is important is that we need to rest and prepare for the imminent invasion that we're going to be facing. I don't know what we're going to make Nenio, so I'm not going to level her up yet. I haven't given any thought to her build, or if we're going to bring her with us. She is neutral. Neutral good, chaotic neutral, and lawful neutral, undetectable. I like her alignment is undetectable. We are lawful good. So we're going to try and stick to mostly good players, of course. That is sort of our goal in life. Let's take a look at our loot, though. We do have things to equip. So an amulet of natural armor, of course. And that is pretty much it. Flow of water, saving throw against DCs, or sorry, saving throw DC saves against cold. I could not say that for the life of me. Oof. It's one of those days. Let's take a look at Ember. Ember is using a light crossbow. Do we have any better light crossbows? We have a masterwork one that'll give her +1 to hit at least. We can use composite longbows. She's an elf. Right. Right. I didn't think about that. Well, I mean, composite longbow is significantly better. But we have a master of composite longbow, don't we? No? We must have a better composite longbow than that, but composite longbows are better than the masterwork heavy crossbows, are they? No. Well, in terms of critting they are, but I think the crossbow's actually better for her for now. Anywho, we'll give that to her. Woljif is fine. Do we have any magical daggers? I think we have. That's a glaive. That really looks like a dagger. And we have a masterwork dagger. He's already using masterwork daggers, okay. I guess nothing else for him for now. He's already got a magical wicked longbow. He's using a cold iron rapier, which don't really have a replacement for, unfortunately, at the moment, so it'll be fun. Let's go have a rest. Well, let's do spells first, though. Let's just make sure we have all of our spell slots filled up. Mirror image is perfectly fine. Spells per day, done, done, done. Level 1s, done, 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 done. Okay, resting time. We are most definitely going to get attacked during this little event, but that's okay. Oh, right. We're in the heart, so we don't need to set watches.
The world must be cleansed.
Whoa, easy there.
Starting with my immediate vicinity.
Damn. We are probably going to have our fight. We did do our fort save against our disease. Let's see if we can wipe it out. And we did. Look at that. Alrighty. So, let's go outside. Maybe we don't have to do our fight yet, because we didn't rest very much outside. What that might mean is that we should probably do a quick break, and I'm gonna sell some things, and I'll be right back, and we'll continue on our adventure. We can maybe do, like, Daeran's house or something like that. I'll be right back. Alrighty, just did a quick selling of some things that we weren't really using, and we're gonna head out. I'm not gonna bring Nenio because I don't really know how I want to build her yet. At all. We'll get back to her eventually. Let's go see if we can reach the Arenday party house in time. It's only a 2-hour walk, so there's a good chance we can make it there and pick up another character. He's an extremely good Oracle, but he's also an extremely evil character.
Can we retreat already?
A Marauder, but just the one? That... Something's wrong. There's still spells going off.
We will be victorious.
Cover me, all right?
There's the alchemist. He just exploded. That was amazing. I think that might be it. Okay, let's quickly loot this body. I don't think he's got anything good on him. He's using the same garbage long spear we tried in the beta, which is just the worst weapon. There are better reach weapons that do way more damage. It was worth a shot, but it really wasn't all that good. Let's continue on our way to the party house. We're gonna have to fight some demons here. That is perfectly okay. We also haven't been to the Tower of Estrad, but that's just not something we can do at the moment. Well, we might be able to make it there in time, but we'll see. Let's go loot the place. There are a couple dretches in the next room.
I tire of waiting.
And
Yet another obstacle.
And we missed. But we got a good sneak attack there, and that one died. Evil-eyed. We hit it for 4. Our people are finally getting into position. They had some pathfinding problems, and Pathfinder makes perfect sense to me. Gotta love that Evil Eye so much. It's such a good spell. You can also get an ability called Cackle, which extends your hexes longer. I don't know if you can set that onto auto like we have our Evil Eye set to, though. So, might not be a thing we can do. Let's go in the back door here. There are some relatively naked people here. What a splendid occasion, Count, and this new Numerian elixir is quite a something. They are, however, garbed, so I don't think I need to put any sort of adult warning on the video. They have underwear on, it's fine. And some demons have made their way in. Oh look, such darling little creatures. I smell beauty. They're demons, help! Wonderful, now brace yourself for the smell of your own blood, you ghastly eyesore. We're gonna go fight the shear. We missed literally all of our attack. It was really bad. Come on, someone kill that thing. There we go. And then there's a dretch. There's a Campion wizard just being annoying. Let's go kill the Cambion Wizard. Also, we need to heal, maybe, but we'll see. Oh, there's still a Dretch alive. There we go, this is fine. There we go, everyone's alive. Look at this. Now, we can actually do some quest-related stuff here. All the drunk nobles had daggers, but none of them are masterworks, so they're obviously not that good of nobles. What a bunch of junk.
Let's move.
Okay, let's talk to Daeran.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daeran Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Arenday. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
Wow, bona fide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place.
What a monster.
Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree?
Canabras lies in ruins. Discari killed Tarendalev. The Wardstone's been captured, and you're asking me why demons gate-crashed your party?
Canabras in ruins. Discari. Well, well, well. And I was already lamenting the lack of excitement at my little banquet. Although it must have been tolerable enough if we didn't get notice of a great hulking demon attacking a dragon just outside the window. It seems as though Discari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine. If you will pardon the pun.
The Count casts a look at the curtained window in the light from the city's fires flickering between the gaps in the fabric. You don't seem very concerned about the city's fate.
I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the Wardstones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon, as if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
The Count falls silent and rubs his brow, looking fatigued.
The Arendays are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
I thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwyrm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him. The thought of something so splendid in proximity to something so grotesque makes me feel quite ill. You deserve a better fate than that, no doubt.
The Count's voice drips with courtesy, but he somehow manages to not sound thankful at all.
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Gwyrm.
As Camellia speaks, hints of carefully suppressed irritation slip into her voice. What should I know about you, Count, apart from the fact that you're high-born and very rich?
As a child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Such a sad story.
I had not even the slightest intention of upsetting such a lovely child.
I'm not lovely. Some people have even called me a scarecrow before.
That's patently absurd. Why, you can't possibly be a scarecrow with a crow following you around. I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more.
You can go to the Defender's Artist under the protection of Earbate and the Ego Watch.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomadae's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling Count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
Seela raises her sword with a flourish and uses its smooth surface as a mirror.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes? As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you, only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
Thoughts?
I don't like this guy much at all. Not even because of his personality, but just... I sense something dark about him.
I guess thumping him one next time he comes out with more aristocratic witterings is not allowed? All the more reason to take him with us. If we don't kill him, the demons surely will.
He has all these friends at his party, and he still looks so lonely. We can take him with us. Maybe it will make him feel better?
Don't ask me. Having him tag along would be like going for a nighttime stroll through the back alleys with a diamond tiara on your head. Even I don't like that kind of attention.
The Count's presence can only benefit us. I think we should say yes.
He doesn't look like a whiner, and he can hold his own, so he won't be dead weight.
Deal.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
Alright, we're going to leave him out of the group for now, but we may bring him along because he's an excellent healer. He's really one of the best healers in the game. Unfortunately, he's very evil, but...
This was simple enough.
The intricate patterns on the harp depict the stars, the moon, and butterflies, the hallmarks of the goddess Desna. We're going to talk to Aranka here. Thank you, stranger. The girl does not look the least bit scared. Her cheeks are flushed and her blue eyes are glittering. For saving us from the demons and for your timely entrance, I swear I don't know who has enraged me more today. The demons or the oh-so-affable master of this house. I'm a friend of Ilke's. He's asked me to find and protect you. Ilk's? Whatever. The young woman claps her hands together. Ilks is alive and he's made a brilliant new friend? It's a shame this had to happen now, when the city is under siege by demons, and those pig-headed inquisitors are pursuing us instead of doing something useful. How'd you end up here? Holrune's hounds found me and Wallflower when they tried to capture us. I distracted them, then lost them in the streets before charming my way into this party. Even if the Inquisitors saw where I went, they wouldn't have been allowed past the door. Holrune holds no sway among certain members of the aristocracy, so I picked a good place to lie low, that is, until the demons showed up. The girl shivers and wraps her arms around herself. Do you know where the third of your group is? Wallflower? No idea. If he knows about the demon attack, he won't just hide away, he'll go out and try to help people. If he doesn't know, well... If he doesn't know, well, you have no chance of finding him. If he doesn't know you? Anyways, he's a pretty skilled mage, but I doubt he'll risk using magic. He'll probably do something the Inquisitors won't expect. Pose as somebody, disguise himself. We had a great selection of masquerade costumes in the temple. The girl becomes lost in thought for a moment. I know, I'll tie my shawl around your arm. Wallflower gave it to me. He'll spot it right away and know you're a friend. If I were you, I'd look for him in Canabras's market square. Tell me about yourself. I'm Aranka, traveling bard and follower of Desna. Many of my fellow bards are rootless misfits who wander the world, unwilling or unable to live a normal life. For me, that's only partly true. I have a wonderful family, my mother, father, grandfather, and brother. Right now they are far away, but I'm sure they miss me. But they have always supported me in my vocation, and they let me be free to roam, because they knew but I couldn't be happy while there was so much of the world I hadn't explored, and so many people or places where people might need my help. Oh, Bard, that's great. I love singing. Will you sing me a song? Sorry, I don't think this is a good time to sing a long, sweeping epic, but I'll gladly sing for you another time. Aranka smiles. What can you tell me about the master of this house? About the Count? The girl's voice drops to a whisper. I've wanted to smash a jug over his head about 5 times today already. He just brings that feeling out in people. It's one of his many talents. Other than that, well, you probably heard about the Arenday family. All I can say is that the Count's servants flee this place like rats from a sinking ship. No one ever stays here long, even though he pays them extravagantly. I even heard one servant complain that he always feels uneasy in the Count's house, like somebody is watching him. Unseen eyes stare at the back of his head, even if his back is to the wall, even if he turns around. I don't know if I believe all those tales, but I'm just telling you what I've heard. Yeah, it's the word on the street too, the tiefling hunches his shoulder. This mansion is the tastiest morsel in the whole city, but all the thieves are afraid to even set foot in the street. Why'd you decide to break into the ward stone and cast magic on it? You put your lives at risk. Your information could have been a trap to set by demons. But it wasn't a demon trap, Aranka says forcefully. Then her voice softens and her expression turns pensive. You know, living next to the world wound and seeing how the powerlessness of the Crusaders, it's very hard. We've been trying to defeat the demons for 100 years now, and we have nothing to show for it. I think Queen Galfrey and the other leaders think that we can defeat evil if we line up our soldiers in perfect columns and send them marching off with a stirring battle cry. We just need a few more soldiers, a little more discipline. We've been marching for 100 years, and it's always 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And while the soldiers are marching, people like Hulrun are seizing power behind their backs. His fanaticism and cruelty were forged in the same furnace as the Crusaders' righteousness. We will never defeat the demons if we keep trying to march down the same path. We need to change tack, to challenge our principles, trust our hearts and our friends, not in moldering doctrines. We need to listen to any entity that's willing to help us. My friends and I listened, and we trusted, and we tried to change something. At least we tried, even though it didn't work out. Great idea, marching in straight lines won't work. So let's go attack the demons in a merry band of hopers and dreamers, brimming with enthusiasm and doing just whatever we feel like. When the demons see us coming, they'll die of hysterics, and our victory will be complete. Naive children, that's what you are, but I admit your words stir something in my soul. I wouldn't put you in charge of a military campaign, but I would be proud to fight alongside you. Can you get somewhere safe on your own? It looks like the Inquisitors aren't busting down the door just yet, and they're not hiding under the bed, so I think I'm safe for now. I'll be fine on my own. I'll go to the temple to Ilks. The Inquisitors must have searched there by now and won't go back a second time. I have to go. Good luck. May Desna be with you, stranger. We'll quickly come over here, and we'll use a mobility check just to hop over the stuff
This
here.
is my kind of work.
Just to get... Oh, there's a zone transition, but there's also loot here. There is a cold ironwork master sword. Not a master sword, but a masterwork sword. Scimitar, I think it was. And that's... Oh, we'll take the book off the drum noble, and then we're gonna leave. Time to go to Market Square. We're gonna go pick up the last... We're gonna finish this quest. Maybe we can hit Gorm's Mansion, actually. We're pretty close to there. It wouldn't hurt to go there. And then maybe we can head back to Market Square in time. Yeah, it's a failed ritual site here, too. Let's go inside Horgus's mansion. Don't know if we have time to finish this place. Actually, I might call the video here. We're gonna make this one a tiny bit shorter today, I think. I just have to get some stuff done later tonight. So tomorrow we'll do Horgus Gorm's mansion, which we're already in the street for. We just gotta deal with it and just, you know, deal with people. For now, though, I'll leave you guys here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time, and we will do Gorm's lovely mansion. What video were we on? 13? I think so. Alright, take care, guys. See you next time.